Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video brought to you by Rob's Mind. And if you could tell by that introduction, we were busting up some of the gold from the gold farm, crafting it into gold blocks, and oh my god, we got a ton, guys. So let's take a look. We have got two full shulker boxes of gold blocks and 10 extra stacks, just about one gold block shy of 10 stacks. And also, I have been doing a little bit of collecting, guys. We have gotten a creeper head, 5 zombie heads, and most importantly, a full dozen of wither skeleton skulls. So, guys, we are going to go through and we are going to fight some withers in today's episode. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to do that. I've got a good strategy, and I think if I can pull this off, we might be able to do it without dying and without any potions. So this should be pretty interesting. Let's go and try one. Alright, so we were able to go through, kill 4 different withers, get 4 fully powered beacons, got them all plugged in right here. We've got speed 2, haste 2, strength 1, jump boost 2, and regeneration 1, all on the little buff list that we've got going on here, which is pretty amazing. I mean, yeah, I've never had that many in my life. I've never had that many beacons in survival Minecraft, so pretty cool. I think I've got the method down with fighting them. You just gotta go in and do it, man. Just fly around and fight him, and then if he goes up too high, come back down a little bit. And I just happen to have a regeneration beacon set up, which helped me out a little bit, but really, honestly, having milk helped me more than anything. So guys, I have got one more project that I want to do, but I promised that I would show the redstone for the gold farm a little bit more in depth, and man, running with this soul speed on the soul sand is pretty amazing. I can't wait till we can cover that with like black carpet with the yellow glowstone stripes and stuff down the centers. Oh, it's gonna be great. But yeah, right here we have just a couple of classic item filters running through to collect. The first 2 are for gold ingots, and the only reason I did 2 for the gold ingots is not so much because we get so much of them, but it's because if you've only got the one and you get a gold ingot, and then less than a couple seconds later you get another gold ingot, it will actually skip that hopper because it's still in a cooldown phase, and it'll just pass through and it'll end up in the cactus, which that we don't really want. So the way that we avoid that is, of course, by setting up a second hopper to actually detect that and capture it. We got the same thing mirrored on the opposite side, and the way that these systems work is it is just, let's see if I can get a good angle. So what we've got coming down underneath the Trident Killer, we have a pickup system with hopper minecarts underneath there. It brings all of the items into this dropper right here. On each side it's got this. We've got one block right there, and the comparator is pulling out a signal from the dropper. So once it gets items, it powers the block, which powers the repeater, powers the redstone on top of the piston, and allows an observer clock to activate underneath that dropper, which actually sends all of the items flying out pretty quickly and ending up going through our little item filters. Now, getting into this redstone, as you can see, we've got two levers right here. The bottom one controls our Trident Killers, and pretty much all we have to do is unlock a redstone signal, which will unlock this piston and allow the observers to just kind of go in a loop. And this is a repeater-based Trident Killer, which means it's a little bit slower than a powered rail one. It tends to have a little bit less problems, I find. Like, I won't see it ever lock up. That's the big thing. This thing is reliable to AFK it for hours upon hours. And our second line just goes up a vertical redstone tower and lands up here. Let's see if we can hop over and demonstrate what happens. So right now our portals are ignited. And what happens when a repeater gives power to a block is it hard powers that block. So essentially this will get powered and this at the exact same time from just a repeater pulse. So what we've got here is a small, really quick piston clock. Let's remove the repeater to demonstrate what happens. Whoa. So you can see that every time that these repeaters tick, it actually gives a pulse to each dispenser, allowing our water to be dispensed and retracted. And then we just lock it back up, and whenever we have this one powered, that is the retraction repeater, so it retracts all the water back in. So pretty neat. It's a pretty neat little system, and then obviously whenever we've got the whole thing turned on, this vertical tower goes up to... It actually goes up here, activates each of these pistons on both sides, and activates these observer clocks. And these observer clocks are running underneath the lava. And that is just... Ooh, I need to really seal this off to make it a little bit safer. But that is just so that it will kind of update our lava, allowing our portals to light really quickly once being extinguished. And when we go down here, go up our little water elevator into our panic room and turn on our system, you will see that our portals begin. Let's actually go up there so we can see this in action. You will see that our portals actually begin to ignite and go out and stuff. Pretty cool. We'll just stand up here and watch it happen. Some of the pigments will get stuck right here, but we're actually close enough for them to pathfind, so I actually find that most of them go out. And yeah, you get this thing going on, and it's pretty wicked to see it at night. See? This thing looks seriously mean. So guys, like I said, there's one more thing that I want to do, and it consists of everything in this shulker box right here. Oh yeah. Have you guessed what it is? Well, I'll give you a couple of hints, guys. I really am dying to make a new storage for all of the piglin trades that we're getting. But I'm lacking one thing. Yeah, it's iron. I really need iron. I need that iron farm back. Those of you that have been watching the series, you know that I deleted all of that progress, and it had to do with my iron farm as well. We had 14 stacks of iron blocks, and now I used my last 3 iron to make a bucket. So, oh, it is what it is, guys. We're going to have to just go through it, grind our teeth, and, you know, grit our teeth. And we'll just have to go ahead and build this iron farm back up. I'm going to probably build it up a little bit different. I'm definitely building the exterior a little bit different. But guys, there is only one way to do it. We're just going to have to get it done. So let's go ahead and build up that iron farm. Alright, and there you can see it. We've got an iron golem spawning already in our iron farm. I say already, but guys, I have been at it for a little while. We got some friends down here, too. Alright, so now that we've got those guys taken care of, and our iron golem has died, making it a little more quiet, I've done a little bit of AFKing over here, and just a little bit of building it up, trying to make this place look a little more presentable. You can see we've got some basalt pillars running down and kind of spreading out into the floor. I think it's got a pretty nice effect here. I'm not sure what else to floor this with, and I'm going to be building a building around it, obviously. But for now, guys, my big hitch is the storage. We only have this one double chest here, and oh man, we have got quite the payload. So we got 4 stacks of iron blocks already that I've crafted up from this farm. And then, what is that, 5, 7, almost 8 stacks of iron ingots. That's like 44 stacks of iron ingots altogether if we were to break down those iron blocks. So, guys, that is insane. Really, really good. I have no idea how long I've been AFK at this farm, so I'm not even going to pretend like I know how long. But, yeah, pretty great. We do need to take this, though. We need to take some of these and craft up just a couple of hoppers. All right, the hoppers have been crafted. We've got our redstone shulker box right here, and we are ready to get going with crafting up this storage system. Yeah, it is so much more enjoyable to use a farm when you've already got the storage system in place, because this situation right here, although it's nice to see all of that iron and stuff in there, and, you know, doing all of this by hand is okay, but yeah, this will be much nicer. Over here on the left, we've got 2 rows of, what is that, 6? Yeah, 6 double chests. That's pretty good, pretty substantial. I doubt I'll ever let those get fully filled up before I craft them into blocks. And over here, we have got a row for the poppies and a row for the string that we get from this. So the poppies we don't really have much use for the poppies. We're going to convert it into bone meal and then store it up here. But I do want to keep the backside of the basalt coming down the same. So what I'm going to do is right here and right here, we are going to have water elevators coming up and running into hopper lines that go over the top of these to have iron here, and then our other 2 here. But that means that down below, we're going to need to first sort out the iron from these 2 items, so that we can have separate water streams for both. So I guess first thing that I gotta do is clear out some space. And that sure does feel a lot better to have this area all cleared out and cleaned up. I don't usually do this, but I think I'm going to start kind of cleaning things up and making my redstone areas real nice and stuff like that, just because it makes maintenance so much easier on a contraption in case things happen to update or something breaks or whatever. But we've got our redstone shulker box, and the only thing that we can do is go ahead and get to it. Alright, so we're going to take a little break from building up the redstone to explain it a little bit. And right here, we have got just a small item sorter. Like I said, all I need to do is separate out the iron, which is in this item filter right here. We've got iron ingots. I'm using blocks of iron as my filter item, just because I'll never have that put into the system. And, you know, few items filters with some iron blocks in it, it's not going to break the bank. So with this, the iron will go over here into this dropper here, and that is exactly what we want. Then over here, we have got another item sorter. Let's go ahead and look inside of that one. Inside of this hopper, we have got poppies. And so what that'll do is the poppies will go down, go into the composter, turn into bone meal, and then go into our dropper. It does take a long time, a lot of poppies to make one bone meal, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't really need the flowers. We can create a really efficient red dye farm using 2 high flowers and bone meal anyways. So next, we have to go ahead and build up the water tunnels for these to go in, fill those full of water, and probably do the item filters up top before actually setting up the auto droppers right here. Alright, so we are back after dying. You know, I lost 500 levels, but it's no big deal because I just was, like, done with the game at that point. Went AFK after finishing all of the redstone, and, you know, we got 300 levels again. This gold farm is just ridiculous. It'll probably be the next video I do, that or the creeper farm. Let me know down in the comments which one you would prefer. I'd really like to know. It really helps me on that sort of thing. But so as I was saying, we did manage to finish the redstone, and I had it running overnight, so let's go ahead and take a look. Yes, we have all of our iron in this chest here. We have bone meal sorted into this chest, and we have our string sorted here. And just to clarify, both of these are going to get iron in them. And just the way that hopper cooldowns work and stuff like that, some of the iron will shoot up, go in, and kind of miss. We don't have that problem with the string because it's the last item here, or the bone meal because we only get one at a time of the bone meal. And taking a closer look at this from above, you can see what I mean. We have got our 2 different water elevators. I've got actually a button in the top block so that that top block of water is not a bubble column anymore. So, because if you have it a bubble column, it pushes the item all the way to the top, and then it slowly pushes over and into the hopper. Which, you know, that's not exactly ideal for me, but here we go. I hear an iron golem dying now. Let's check and see if this thing's working. And there goes our iron up and in. Looks like we did not happen to get a bone meal dispense this time, but pretty cool stuff. So going down into the redstone room, it looks pretty cool. We're about to hear the auto droppers fire up because an iron golem just died, and there we go. You can see the iron shooting up, no bone meal once again, but still pretty cool. We've got a lot of room left also so that I could perhaps, if I wanted to, put in some hidden crafting table block swappers up there. That might be pretty useful considering that we want to be crafting iron blocks, and then on this side we want to be crafting bone blocks. But yeah, pretty neat. We've got our auto droppers. The dropper goes into the bubble column, goes all the way up and into our sorting system. Pretty nice, and man, I don't really typically care for this block combination with the basalt and polished basalt and nether bricks, but I mean, it feels really nice having a cleaned up redstone room. So guys, before we end the episode for today, I have a quick question for you. Do you have any idea how much 540 stacks of gold ingots actually crafts into in gold blocks? Because we got the same on the other side, guys, all the way up to the very top, pretty much full, and I've got gold nuggets already too to craft up still. You have any idea how much that is actually going to craft into? 540 stacks of gold ingots will actually craft into 60 stacks of gold blocks, and that is 2 1/4 shulker boxes full of gold blocks. So, guys, we are absolutely rolling in gold, and I mean rolling in it. So you got to keep in mind, I've got all of that in there. And if we open up our shutter system for our storage, you can see, oh yeah, we've got all of this gold, and these are actually shulker boxes full of gold. I have 4 gold boxes in here already crafted up. So guys, we have got absolutely insane amounts of gold blocks. Pretty cool. So now with that, I am going to move on to the comment of the day, and do be excited for next episode, because we've got a lot of iron, and with that, we are going to be doing some pretty awesome things. Mainly talking about my piglin bartering system. Oh, I can't wait, guys. It's going to be so cool. But so let's go ahead and actually check out the comment of the day. I would love to learn how to make this gold farm. Also, Rob, let's talk Discord for a second. Can we start doing more with it? A few members are looking to keep the Discord alive and are wondering for your help with that task. A while back you mentioned a realm. Have you had any more thoughts on that? Alright, so this is a 2-part question. I will give you a 2-part answer. Sorry, I would have commented you back, but you know what? I felt like you should hear it from the horse's mouth, right? So I am going to go ahead and tell you guys, pretty honestly, I simply don't have time for the Discord. In all honesty, every day, or not every day, but like often, I will get comments about it. I will think about it and be like, oh, I should at least deactivate it. Because I really don't have time. I shouldn't have started the Discord. I only did it because a lot of fans had mentioned it and really wanted me to start one. But guys, I've got a wife. I've got 2 kids. I've got a puppy. I've got I've got a little pug. I mean, we are so swamped. I'm also trying to be a content creator. I mean, you name it. I just don't really have the time for the Discord, guys. I do apologize, you know, but it is what it is. As for the realm, I would like you guys' feedback on that, because before I do anything to plunge into it, you guys probably know that a realm subscription does cost money. And money is not something that I'm made out of, guys. But I do want to do a realm. I wasn't aware that you can only have 10 members on a realm at like max. So I don't know what exactly that means. Are more people allowed to be a part of that world? I don't know. What should we do about this, guys? I'm asking for your help on that one. I am willing to start a realm, but I need you to give me some ideas, give me some thoughts. At least give me your thoughts. Maybe one of them will be brilliant, and I will say, oh yeah, I'm an idiot. That is what I should definitely do. But so with that, I do hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please do hit that like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. It sure does help me a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.